Yeah, so this is called the Ship Podcast. I'm with the legend himself, Carlos Rodriguez, visionary founder of G2 Esports, crypto king in the flesh. Appreciate your time. Yeah, so
It's
let's
my
get right
pleasure, my
into it.
brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you making time. I know you're a busy guy. So first off, I want
Bro, my days are full, brother. My days are full.
I can imagine, man. I bet every hour is
But
like
your energy is good, bro. Your energy is good. When I
appreciate
saw your message, and then I saw
really.
the podcast you did with Zerkai. So I didn't watch it, but I watched like a couple of minutes. Just I saw your energy, very good energy, man. You're good at this, I think.
Really? I appreciate it, man. I hope it works out. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot, especially coming from you. Like any personal philosophies for doing business and how to become successful? Any advice to young people that want to be like you or want to make it to the top?
Yeah, brother. So actually, um, people think that people think that making money is hard because people have the wrong mindset of idolizing. Well, there's two wrong mindsets. Number one is idolizing people. Number two is seeing, for example, when the American government passes a law, they think about the American government as a thing, not as a group of people. They see the American government passing a law. They just say, okay, well then this corporation has passed a law. But in reality, what they forget is that there's people behind every move. There's people behind every company. There's people behind every law that's passed. These people are humans. These humans have as many weaknesses and strengths as you probably have yourself. And these humans just understood the game that they're playing much better than you.
Right.
And you can go two ways around this. You can go the cynical way, the cynical route, and then you have a lot of these conspiracy theories being thrown around, and people spend a lot of time on them. By the way, I'm not saying I don't agree with them. In fact, I agree with many of those. But what for? The only thing you're doing is complaining about the game, when in reality you have to play the game. And that's how you make money. That's how you build business. You have to play the game. You have to understand the game, the rules of the game, and then use them to your advantage. So I would say the biggest rule of thumb is understanding that life is a game and you have to know its rules. Business is a mini game within the game and you have to know its rules. There's a very easy way to win in that game on a long enough time frame, regardless of the type of business we're talking about. But it requires you to ignore all the nonsense and just focus on understanding the game and play it to the best of your ability. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So the government are basically people too. And
The government are people too, companies are people too, and people should not be idolized. People are people.
right.
Like even the person, everybody has somebody they look up to. Everybody.
Mm.
It's okay to look at somebody and say, this person has attributes that I thrive to get myself or to develop myself. That's okay. But idolizing somebody, idolizing Cristiano Ronaldo, idolizing anybody, Andrew Tate, idolizing The Rock, idolizing people, it's nonsense. These people have gone through difficulties just like you do, and it's just the sum of the little things they do right gets them into the position of power they are today. And that's how you should see yourself. Nobody is unkillable except me. I am unkillable. I will live for 100 years. You can idolize me.
You are an idol, bro. You're an idol. You're a legend. So how did you come up with the idea to make G2? Um, Sounds like a bit of a basic question,
Well,
but yeah.
no, it's all right. I knew that I would win in business.
Mm.
And whether I do business in the world of video games, in the world of finance, in the world of real estate, in the world of events, in the world of marketing, in the world of whatever it is you're thinking of, I can do business and I can learn. So I was very young. I was probably 15 years old, and it's when I started toying around with esports. And I quit high school actually.
Really?
And I realized, yeah, I quit high school. I didn't finish high school.
Damn.
And I realized that um, not as clearly as I realize right now, obviously, but back then I realized that if this guy is making money and he's a fucking retard, I should be a multi-millionaire. If this guy has a Mercedes with 18 years old and he's a fucking idiot, I should have a Ferrari with 18 years old. If I don't, I'm a failure. Okay? So that's the way I was thinking. I was just comparing myself with these people, and I was saying to myself, brother, there is a way. There's so many ways that I can make more money than this person just thinking and comparably thinking about this, his IQ, his ability to speak with people, his lack of charm. How the fuck did he make money? That's how I was thinking, you know? Yeah. And so that's when I started thinking about what business I should create and stuff like that. After many years in esports, as a competitor, I was a professional player.
Oh.
I understood the industry very well, you know. I understood, I met everybody. I understood the industry, I understood how to make money. And I also saw a lot of opportunity because nobody else was making money. They were making revenue, but no profit. They had more expenses than revenue. And I knew exactly what to do to actually profit and build a sustainable business and actually build something that outlasts my presence and my career. And that's exactly what I thought of when thinking about creating G2. I had a theory back then, which was if I just remain alive as a company, as G2, as an esports organization, if I remain alive on a long enough time frame, every day one more fun, every day one more fun, every day one more fun. On a long enough time frame, publishers will suck our dicks to play their games. Why? Because games come and go. Publishers come and go, but teams remain always there. What does that mean? Every day you have one more fun, one more fun, one more fun. You continue growing like a snowball, but games eventually die and new ones come out, which means there is a constant refreshment on those games that people play as a result also of technology available to those developers. And who benefits from that? Those that are common denominators throughout all the decades of video games. And those are the teams, and only the teams.
Okay, so you're saying that these teams, they're professional and no matter what game comes out. So one game might die, a new one comes out.
Exactly, brother. So you imagine, you know, you have, you know, StarCraft back then. It was like a strategy game, RTS game, was very popular. Now StarCraft is not played by anyone, only just some Southeast Asian people, perhaps some Korean people, maybe. Nobody plays it. However, back then it was very popular. Now teams that were back then having those players in StarCraft benefit from StarCraft. They build their fandom. They sold sponsorships. They got community. They got fandom. They got people to root for the team. Now eventually the game died. But the teams stay. What do the teams do? Do they just die? No, they move on to the next game.
Okay.
What was the next game after StarCraft? You know, people started moving to MOBA titles. There's like League of Legends and stuff like this, you know? So Dota, whatever, right?
Dota, yeah.
And this is an overly simplified example, but it goes to show what I'm telling you. Also, players come and go. Players are young, they become good, then pop. They stop being good, they get kicked. Players come and go. And the career of those players is very short normally in esports. Very, very short. Because it's very dependent on reflexes, eye-hand coordination. And also on top of this, it's not like football that you train 2 hours a day and move on. No, you train 12 hours a day. This is like a fucking hammer on your brain, pa, 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 every day. And you want to kill yourself after a few years playing, you know, and competing. Yeah. So of course the careers are short. And what happens then? Player becomes popular, the team the player plays for becomes larger in terms of fandom, player dies, the team remains large. Okay. You know, the teams are the only common denominator in the world of video games. And that's why I created it. Because I knew that if I did my job well enough and I just survived, I will become $1 billion company within a reasonable time frame.
So what happens with these players? Like what, their body just like starts going downhill, like their back gets fucked up, or their serotonin starts.
Brother, yeah, just ask me. You know, I was a player myself. Just ask me.
Yeah, it's like crypto, right?
You know, it's you know, yeah. with football, basketball, crypto, business, as you grow, your abilities, your attributes, your main dominant attributes shift a little bit, right? So when you're young, you have a lot of energy, you're relentless, you have no fear. when you grow up and you build your family, you have a bit more fear because you don't want to lose your family, you don't want to lose it all. You have, I'm just overly simplifying, right? But then you also have other things that are very important for business or for whatever it is you're doing. By playing basketball, for example, you have the ability to think calmly. You're not overly pressured in key moments. You become a clutch player because you've been through so many clutch situations that you have no fear on those clutch situations because you've seen it all already. You know that you don't always have to score. Maybe you can pass it out, and you become, if you be playing soccer, football, European football, you become a midfielder, or you become like you go, or maybe instead of just going through the wing, being very fast and doing dribbles, maybe you become a striker, and then you're large muscles. Nobody can move you. You're like the immobile object, as a striker. So as a non-esports competitor that competes in any sport, you can always adapt, as you grow. In esports, it's very complicated. You see that in some games, like in League of Legends, people become support players or can become support players because they used to require less mechanical skill, although it's no longer the case. But in Counter-Strike, you become in-game leader. The guy that makes the shots, gives the calls of where to go, what to do. That guy doesn't have to frag a lot, doesn't have to kill a lot of people, hit a lot of heads, but he has to be very good at leading. There is some of it, but as you can see, there's only one role in a team of 5. There's not a lot of that available. So most of the players' careers are short, and that is one of the reasons. Yes.
Okay. So like their brain
after 21, 22 years old, your cognitive ability starts going down.
Oh, really?
As an esports player, yes. I remember I was doing this the reaction time, okay, on a light.
Yeah.
And then I might have the numbers a little wrong because it happened many years ago. Yeah, I'm 33 right now. I did it when I was 20.
Damn.
But I remember having 0.13 seconds reaction time on a light.
Okay.
And it was like the color of the light was not easy, actually. It's on purpose this way. And so it was 0.13. And the best tennis player of all time with this specific exercise was recorded at 0.19. So that's like 60 milliseconds faster.
Right.
So yeah, it goes to show that esports players, depending on the game, actually are very, very good at eye-hand coordination. And actually, the closest I can find is jet fighters. Like jet pilots. Jet pilots, yeah.
Do these guys do jet pilots? Fighter pilots would take modafinil. These performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Do they take that kind of stuff?
They do. I never in my life took a drug of any kind. Never. Not even like Adderall or anything like that. Never, ever in my life took a single drug. Not even weed I've done, bro. But really? I know they did, and they do. Yeah, they take Adderall a lot.
Adderall, yeah.
Which, by the way, like this is I can tell you already. Look what I accomplished in my life. I have energy for fucking days, bro. I am never tired. I work all day, always this energy. Pop. I meet people, talk to people. People think I'm on coke. I've never done a single drug in my life. I don't drink alcohol. I work out every single day. And you don't need any of that nonsense to be high energy individual. What you need is fucking drive. You need like a North Star that tells you you must succeed, and you just follow the North Star. You wake up in the morning, you fuck the day up every time.
So Carlos, is this like because they say like the most accomplished people, successful people over superstars, they usually have maybe some trauma in their life or lack of attention, or or like maybe they got it from their parents, but their parents were super driven. You're talking about a North Star, like
say that? I don't know. My parents were very loving. Nice. My parents are still together. Very traditional family. My dad, very traditional. I learned a lot from him. I learned about chivalry from him. I learned about the role of a man at home. I generally believe that the man has to work. The man needs to have all the misery in the house for himself, for his shoulders alone. The woman must be like a little butterfly, like a little flower that's always happy and provides nice care and love for the home. That's how I grew up in my home, and they're still together. which nowadays this is like this is unheard of.
Right.
I have a little brother, 6 years younger. My brother is nothing like me. My parents are nothing like me.
No.
But I would be nothing without their upbringing. You know, my upbringing as a result of being with them. My mom is pure love, is a ball of love. My mom, when my dad never wanted to give me money or nothing, my mom would sneak it and she would say, "Don't tell your dad."
Yeah. Pokemon cards.
It's a loving mother. You know, you can't ask a mother not to be like this, especially if she's a loving, feminine woman like my mother is and was. And my dad is pure discipline. My dad had, I don't talk about this at all, but my dad had cancer, and he, when I was like 14 years old, more or less, and he had chemotherapy, and he kept 3 fucking jobs so that he can continue getting paid from the government without telling the government he had 3 jobs on their backs. He had no hair, and he was sleeping 5 hours a day from the 3. Man, I tell you, bro, when I say my dad is a super fucking hero, and we were never rich. I grew up with just food on the table. But when I tell you my dad was a superhero and he's a superhero, you better hear me. You better hear me. And right now, nothing makes me happier than to give him everything. He doesn't want it because he's a man. He feels emasculate when somebody else gives him anything.
Okay.
But but he's my father, and I give him everything, you know. So the drive comes, you know. This is what I believe, bro. I think there's only one way to properly grow up, which is with a loving mother and a present and disciplined, real man father. And then that will unlock the best in you. That does not mean that will make you a businessman. No. There's a reason why there is a soldier ant, worker ant, drone ant, reproductive ant, queen ant, and they don't develop themselves to that. No, they are born like this.
Yeah.
So I generally believe you are born a certain way, and you can maximize, you can min-max your character as life goes on. But if you, I am 5'11", okay, 5'11", 6 foot, but after being in front of the computer, maybe 5'11", maybe a little bit less than 5'11", right? Now, if I'm stretched 6 foot, I cannot be a basketball player. I cannot. It's really that simple. So it's the way I'm born. Okay.
How much is that in centimeters? I'm from
oh, you want centimeter? Yeah, I'm 180 more or less. 180 to 183 depends.
Yeah, we're the
same. It's 180 to 183 and 182.
Same as
more or less.
Okay.
And it just really ranges on. If I have a year where I'm stretching every day, then I'm in my height. But you'd be surprised actually what not stretching does to you, bro. I'm that serious. If you don't stretch, you have to. You have to.
Got stretch right now.
I can give you a few stretches, sick. But anyway, yeah, you know, I think you're born the way you're born, bro. And the best you can do is min-max it.
Yeah.
That's it. Man. And with a loving mother and a present, really masculine father, the best of you will come out. This is my belief. Whether you're a singer, I love singing, by the way. You see me, I'm masculine, alpha, whatever, I sing. Is singing a feminine trait? Maybe, probably, you know, it's the right side of the brain.
Maybe.
It's the right side of the brain at work, It's the right side of the brain, is the moon side, is the female side at work, the creative side. Okay. Yes, it's true. I like to sing. It's okay. You know, is it the way I'm fucking born? People wish they could sing. I love music. I understand music very well.
Yeah.
But this is the way I'm born.
Okay. So you're more like an auditory learner. Like your ears are hypersensitive, kind of. That's how you learn. Like
bro. I can listen to a song and already automatically tell you within 1 millisecond whether this song is good for my body or not.
Really? Okay.
Automatic.
Okay.
Automatic. I hear the song. I hear the chord progression. Okay, so not a millisecond, but let's say 2-3 seconds. I hear the chord progression, and I can already tell you if this song is good for my soul or not.
You mean like with frequency, because certain like rap music trash, like it just gets you kind of like agitated.
Bro, right? Exactly that. I tell you already, music music is sound. Sounds is frequencies. Frequencies are vibration.
Right.
And the way in which those frequencies affect your body is scientifically proven.
Yeah.
It's either positive or negative. Maybe a little positive, maybe a little negative, maybe very positive, maybe very negative. But it always affects you, always. And I tell you, rap music is the epitome of the worst you can get for your ears, by far. Amongst the best, yeah, for sure. Amongst the best you can get for your ears, very melodic music, for example, classical music. For example, Hans Zimmer. You know Hans Zimmer? The creator of the Lion King music, Interstellar, like just the best music for movies ever created. This guy, all of these songs, or most of these songs, very good for your soul. And it's all about the chord progression. It's all about the frequency that you listen to. So yeah, I'm very sensitive to this. Ever since I was very, very young, I whistle perfectly as well. I sing really, really well. And when I mean really well, I sing really, really well, bro. I don't know why. I never did classes or anything.
What kind of music? But, what kind of music? What genre do you sing, bro?
Bro, I can sing anything. I can sing anything, bro. Fucking there's. I'll give you a tweet I made. I went to a karaoke there. You make music or what?
Yeah, I used to rap when I was younger, and then I got into crypto and I chat. Yeah.
Yeah, but rap music is not all bad. Like some of the rap songs, for example, what is this guy? I
don't know.
And I know it and pretty. Macklemore. Yeah, Macklemore. I had it in my head. So Macklemore music, actually, the rap songs of Macklemore are very good for your soul. Like the melody is very good for your soul. The melody is beautiful. Yeah. So for example, it's not all rap music, but all this shit, like all the bass just going hard. That is absolutely horrendous. And by the way, I love I love Devil Is a Lie. I love all this shit too, but it's not good.
Bro, are you into like manifestation and like do you believe in manifestation and like like visualizing your dream and then accepting it, like that kind of thing? Like, do you believe in that shit?
I don't know how to tell this. I'm black belt at it.
Hey.
I'm black belt at it. I mean, I have read hundreds of books. I have lived 7 lives in one.
Amazing. You're still young as well.
Yeah, bro. I don't have any other way to tell you than yes, I'm the best person I know at this.
Bro, how does it work, man? Give us the sauce.
It's very deep, bro. It's very, very deep, but you have to understand first how this life experience, where it comes from, the universe, where it comes from. I mean, I didn't know we were gonna go this deep, but if I can recommend you one thing is learn about Hermes Trismegistus. That should give you a lot of input to understand the path that I started many years ago. Just in general, the Kabbalion, just in general, understanding hermetic principles of how the world operates, the universe operates. That is the very first step. So if anybody's listening to this, I would say dig deep into this. And if you are the chosen one, if you have a soul and this what you read resonates with you, you will go deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. But if I give you right now something like law of attraction, The Secret, one-liner, people will roll their eyes, and you will do too, very likely. So because there's a lot of background knowledge that needs to be had for you to understand those things. But just so you know, ever since I'm 17 years old, I have visualized my future, and I have everything I want. Everything I want. I mean, okay, not everything I want. I want a Bugatti Mistral, but it's on the way. I think it's coming in the next 6 to 9 months. The first Bugatti Mistral that you will see on Twitter, probably. And yeah, it's things like this are still on my sites, but I bring them upon my experience with thoughts and emotions.
Okay. So you visualize everything, the life you're living when you're 17 already, and then you ended up in this house with this beige color, and
No,
then
this is like funny. I actually I have 4 homes in Dubai, and
wow,
just because I have meetings in this next 2 days here in downtown, I'm here in my downtown apartment.
you're in
But
downtown,
yeah, I
yeah.
have 4 homes in Dubai. Yeah, but normally I live at the Palm.
Really?
Yeah, the Palm is yeah, because actually, funny enough, when I
Five.
was probably 19 years old, something like this, I
Mhm.
visualized in my life. I told my mother I will be living in a villa, beachfront. I will leave my villa. There is a pool on the left, on the right. I will go downstairs, and within 10 meters, the water will be there. It will be my private beach. And my mom, yeah, my mom believed in me blindly, and that's the home I have right now.
Damn,
So yeah. I mean, life works in funny ways,
man.
and I'm not perfect, brother. Nobody's perfect, but
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time thinking,
yeah,
thinking and
yeah.
internalizing things that I see and digesting what I see and
Uh-huh.
becoming a better man as things happen in front of me.
Do you have like?
Actually, I don't know if you know, but I fucked up my leg. I exploded my Achilles two and a
Okay.
half months ago.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but don't say sorry to that, because I exploded it. Then I had surgery to reconnect it,
Okay.
and I had the whole summer was fucked. Let me show you. Okay, look, this is this is the you
Exclusive
see is it
foot video
look
of.
look at this. It's fucked
I
up.
seen this.
It's
What the
fucked up.
fuck?
I have no.
You had surgery.
I have
God damn,
yeah. There is like a big hole, yeah,
man.
and I'm just starting to walk for the first time since two 3 days. Um, and you would think that something like that fucks your summer up. Well, this was the best summer I had in my life. Why? Bro, I read so many books. I spent so
Mm,
much time working at home,
yeah,
working on myself,
yeah,
just being like a hermit, just
yeah.
thinking, internalizing life,
Crazy.
everything that's happened in the last few years. I
Mm,
could have the time and the mind space to internalize it, and it
crazy.
was fucking amazing. And now I'm a better man. So what you say then? If I go back in time 3 months, would I still do the same thing to break my ankle, to break
Yeah.
my Achilles? Yes, I would. I would do the exact same thing. I will break it again, and I will go through this again, because I am now a better person than I was before.
Bro, do you
So
know
this
what's
is like when you say, let me tell you something. Okay, there's a story,
very colors?
story of a father and a son.
Yeah.
Okay, the father and the son. They have horses in their stable, and one day the son forgets to close the door, and the horses leave the stable. And the father is a bit angry with the son, but it's what it is. So the neighbors come to them and tell to the father, "Oh my God, you lost your horses. That's so unfortunate." And the father said, "Maybe." The day after, the horses come back, but alongside more horses, wild horses, beautiful horses. And now their whole stable, they close the door, and the whole stable is full of horses. And everybody's so happy. And the neighbors come and tell to the father, "Oh my God, you're so lucky. That's so fortunate. You have so many horses now." And the father says, "Maybe." The day after, the son is riding one of the new horses. He falls from the horse because it's too wild. He breaks his leg.
I remember this one.
Again, neighbors come and they say to him, "That is so unfortunate. Your son broke his leg." And the
Maybe.
father said, "Maybe." Day after, the army comes looking for people to go to war.
I
The
know
son
this
has a
story.
fucked up leg, and the father is too old. He can't fight.
I remember this.
Again,
Yeah.
that's so fortunate. And he says, maybe. What this tells you is that it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you,
Mm,
and what happens after what happens to you. So you win the lottery. If the lottery makes you or drives you to become a gambling man that loses every friendship, was
yeah.
it really lucky to win the lottery?
Dude, it's so crazy, man. I'm getting goosebumps right now because like I was reading about this today actually, and also I was thinking about Macklemore today as well. That's why I asked you about the manifestation thing.
Really?
I actually read
Let me
about
tell
it.
you something.
So weird, bro.
Is synchronicities
Yeah,
mean you are in the right path. There is no coincidences. There is
yeah.
no coincidences.
It's fucking weird,
Synchronicities means
man.
you're in the right path. It's not weird, bro. It's once actually what I told you before, bro. Look into what I told you before, and then you will start understanding the world. Synchronicities. It's not coincidences, it's synchronicities.
Synchronicities, man. Yeah, when you're tuned in, you're locked in, start seeing like, wait, hold up, I was thinking about that, and then wait, I'm talking to fucking Carlos,
And
the legend. Like what? How? Whatever.
bro, every time when I was growing up, I was thinking about somebody, and then I would get like a message from them or something.
Yeah,
And it would be so common, so common in my life.
it's like a
There's
simulation.
no coincidences.
Yeah, makes you think it's a simulation.
Read about what I told you.
Okay. The books, right? Yeah. Damn, bro, you're only 2 years older than me, man. Shit.
It's okay. Age is relative.
You did it. So how old were you when you first made your first million?
Well, made a whole million is different than to have a whole million, because I would spend it often, yeah. And
Really?
I would, I would spend it I would invest it in myself. I would invest it in my businesses. I would invest it. But
Right.
a combined amount of making a million combined, I think 21.
Yo, respect you.
Yeah, but of course I spent a lot of it, or invested a lot of it. I mean, I was never interested in. Only now I'm interested in brands, and I mean, of course now I have any car I want. But before it wasn't
Yeah.
like this, you know. Even if I had a million, I wouldn't spend. I think I'd spend like 70K on a BMW GT, something like this.
Yeah.
It's okay, you know. It's okay. It's a good car, but it's not like crazy. You know, I didn't go crazy. But I was investing in my business. I invested in my business 600,000, and those 600,000 became, like 250 million, 300 million.
Wait, what in 10 years, or you mean?
Yeah, 8 years, 9 years.
Okay. Nice, man. Yeah, because like I can imagine when you're 21 and then you make a million and then you buy a car or supercar, you probably get a lot of haters or people asking you leeches, people asking you for money, like, come, yo, my grandma's sick. Did you have a lot of that, like, growing up?
Of
How do
course,
you
bro. Of
navigate?
course,
Yeah,
of course. But it's it's a good filter to get rid of the garbage, and you
that's
have to
true.
be cut through, bro. You have to be cut through. One of the principles that one's gotta follow, actually, is in life, is that in order for you to get something new, you must let go of something old. So you cannot become a millionaire and remain surrounded by people that maybe they are kind-hearted people, but they don't have a millionaire mindset. What I'm trying to
But
say is, if you have $0, but you're surrounded by your average 5 people around you are all billionaires, even if you're completely retarded, you will end up with $1 billion. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
yeah.
You will fall at some point from somewhere and you will just happen to catch it.
Let's fucking buy some Shiba Saga token.
There you go.
Who knows? Yeah,
There
man.
you go.
Bro, so did you grow up like in like where did you grow up? What country are you from? Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in like a rich area or like a poor area?
No, Spanish, Madrid. I was surrounded. I grew up in the center, where all the gypsies and so on, the blacks that come from Africa sell their stolen goods. That was right under my apartment, and so not necessarily rich, but then we moved to the outskirts of the city, and there is where I had a lot of Moroccan friends. Again, not rich either, but for the most part Muslim. And the good thing of having of growing up with people like this is that, they might not have the rich mindset, but they know how to make themselves at least be physically respected, and that's something you learn just by coexisting with them. Yeah. But on the other hand, I was never like a bad kid, or I was never doing like, I had my moments, of course, but I was a friend of everybody. I was friends with the bullies. I was friends with the bullied. The teachers would kick me away from the class because I was making too many jokes and whatever. But in reality, they loved me. Like every time they kick me, I would, like, for example, there's the teacher. She just kicks me because I'm saying some nonsense or just laughing all the time or something. Yeah, he sends me to the principal. And as I'm leaving the class, I just look at her and say, "You're looking gorgeous today." And then I just leave, and then and then she just laughs, you know. So that's me in a nutshell, yeah.
Very jealous, man. They saw your potential. Very jealous. They had to, get this guy out of the classroom, man. We don't want to see him fucking in a Ferrari. They knew.
Honestly,
They knew what's up.
I think they like me. I think they really like me. Like it's I'm this kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Mischievous. I was a mischievous kid, you know.
You look like a fucking mischievous guy, bro. Like I would sit next to you, like in the
Mischievous.
back of a class. We would cheat together if I was in your
Yes,
class.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Bro, like everyone in school, in high school that I know, like the ones that, like dropped out, they're the ones that made the most money. People that finished school, like, yeah. But you already know that, of course.
It's what are you telling me? At the end of the day, what is a school? School is a system created by those in power to keep those in power in power.
Right. Yes,
It's
sir.
really that simple. What the fuck is knowing the names of all the rivers doing for your upbringing or for your ability to process what happens to you in life?
You got your own pool now, man.
What?
You got your own pool, man. Pool's for fools.
I got my own pool now.
Fuck a river. Fuck a river.
Exactly. But yeah, it is what it is. School teaches you how to who are the best students. Think about who are the best students. The best students are the students that say yes, sir, yes, yes, teacher, and they're just very, very good at following orders. Those are the best students. Great, A's everywhere. Yeah. The worst students are the ones that ask questions. Hey, why is this like this? Are you sure this is like this? And then bam, those get fucked. So just think about. Yeah, exactly. Just think about every teacher, the best teacher you know. What car does he drive, bro? What car?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm serious, bro. You would look at the teachers and be like, okay, the best car I see is a BMW from 9 years ago. That's the best car you will see parked in the high school parking.
Man. Yeah. They can barely afford gas, bro. To get there.
It's like it's like a doctor without hairs trying to teach you how to keep your hairs.
Some Turkish doctor, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
The Turkish doctor. Bro, exactly. That's what man. I remember my last year in university, I had internet marketing class, and my friends, they're like making like 100K a day and shit. And I got in an argument with my teacher. And then she's like, yo, if you know how to make money, what the fuck are you doing in school? Like, fuck off. And then like, I not fucked off. But yeah, respectfully, you flunked out in high school, man. Like, the sooner the better.
Well, I don't have the absolute proof, but I do think that life, you can be luckier in some areas and unluckier in some areas. I think that the unfortunate truth is that you are born the way you're born. And like for example, right? I look at my strengths. I was always good at sports. I have a good body. I look good. I am not small. I have an average, maybe slightly above average for Spain height. I'm intelligent. I'm charismatic. I deal well with people. I know how to sing. I have this thing going on for myself. And maybe it's because I looked at these strengths and just doubled down on them. Maybe, but I do have also weaknesses, and these weaknesses are. I try to, if the weaknesses are making my life worse, then I try to improve them. Like, for example, in the past, when I was growing up, I wasn't the most disciplined guy. I would just go like, I don't know if you follow Formula One, but like James Hunt back in the day, or like someone that, like in soccer, somebody like Ronaldinho, someone that just enjoys the game and just plays it well, but it's not about hard work at all. It's about more talent than hard work. However, I had to develop that discipline, and now I consider myself the most disciplined person I know. Every day I do what I have to do, So my weaknesses, I also work on them and make them my strengths as well, right? So I do think that you can min-max a little bit, but if you give me if you give me the absolute power to choose what I do for a living and what I do day to day, I will always default into my strengths. Me and my brother call these people that are not competent but just good at networking sunny boys.
Okay. Party guys, clout
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, exactly. And you see a lot of that on Twitch, on all these streaming platforms, whatever. All these YouTubers, all these content creators. Most of them are absolute filth, and they're just sunny boys.
Yeah.
They're just sunny boys. They just know how to turn on the stream and entertain people, which is not a bad. It's a good thing actually. You require a lot of good communication skills, but you see they have no backbone. You see they will backstab friends for the purpose of getting content. They will they sold their souls to the devil, in this regard.
Right. What and what do you mean by that? Sell your soul to the devil? Because I know what you mean. Like most of these guys are just, like they probably have rich parents or whatever. All of a sudden they're fucking famous Twitch streamers.
No. It has nothing to do. I'm not gonna get into JQ or anything like this. This is one of those things that JQ, flat Earth, all this shit. It's one of those things that I know it exists. I have an opinion, but I don't want to spend time on it because I have more important things in my head,
Exactly.
And so yeah, but content creators of any background whatsoever, these are the lowest vibrational form of being. Like what they're doing is essentially they're selling themselves for eyeballs, they're selling themselves for clicks, they're selling themselves for attention. They are no different. They're no different than a woman doing porn. They are no different than a woman on Instagram showing too much, because when she doesn't show, she only gets 17K views, but when she shows, she gets 90K views. They're no different. They're the same exact being. One is male, one is female, although nowadays there's a lot of confusion here. But at the end of the day, when you as a man, your job is to create content, and that is your only skill to make people, to entertain people like this, and you have no creativity whatsoever to come up with your own content, and you rely on other people being around and creating drama to create content, which is 99% of these content creators, you sold your soul to the devil, because that means you cannot stand for anything, because then these content creators will not do content with you, and then you will lose your position of power as a content creator. You cannot have an opinion about things that your audience disagrees with, which means that you can say, I have no boss. No, you do have a boss. Your audience is your boss, and you are unable to have a moral compass and a backbone strong enough to not give a fuck about the outcome of losing that audience and being yourself, right? So that's the problem of content creators at large, and most of them are this way. That's why I say they're filth for the most part. And by the way, I've dealt with this industry for the longest time. I know many of these people, and I wouldn't want them as friends close to me whatsoever. There's some of them are good people, I think. I think that especially some of the guys living in Miami, good people. I'm saying really from with the hand in my heart. I've seen it in front of me. I've seen different situations that tell me they do have a spine, but that is not the norm.
It's not.
It's not the norm.
Sorry? It's not the norm. Yeah, because you're friends with you're talking about Miami. You're friends with Andrew Tate. Who else is from Miami? John Zerka.
No, I've never met Zerka. I don't have an opinion over him. But there's Fresh and Fit. There's Nico. There is Gary, the numerologist. These people are good people. Good people. You might dislike them for whatever reason, but they have a spine, and they are on a constant quest of growth. And they happen to agree on many things in life, but that's just the byproduct of typically. I don't think you can be an inherently good person if you're a communist, for example. I don't think you can be an inherently good person if you want to chop. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get
there. How did you meet Tate, bro? You were hanging out with him before he fucking blew up and stuff. Like you were one of the first guys.
Yeah. He just different situations, but he's not really a friend, but he's a close acquaintance, or an acquaintance, you can say. And yeah, we spent some time together, and with Tristan, fantastic guy. I'm closer to Tristan than I am to Andrew. Just good people, good family, good. I think that they spearheaded the movement of letting men understand that they have a responsibility, which nowadays is even rare to see men taking responsibility for their actions and life and what happens to them. Everybody's so cynical nowadays that listening to some men that is self-made like Tate is, just take full responsibility over everything that happens to him and to you and for you. When you hear somebody like this and it resonates as a man so deeply that you change your life for the better, that is unquestionably a good role model, unquestionably, right? And when you see the system itself trying to attack somebody that does this very well, somebody that is able to communicate with the youth, with the young men that have a soul, that have a goal, that see themselves as better than what they are today, when the system is trying to silence these people, then you know these people are doing something good. Because the system themselves is the system that creates the school system that ensures that you remain poor and slave, is the system that sells you the food that's putrid, poisonous, full of sugar, full of shit, chemicals that not only you don't need, but are actually counterproductive for you yourself as a man. And the same people telling you to drink tap water. You know, the tap water is the biggest poison you can drink. You know, with all the hormonal chemicals that just change your composition and just make, bro, it's really like, I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to get too much into it, but what Andrew Tate has started is a wave of it's like a pendulum, you know. There's the principle of rhythm and the principle of polarity at work. Everything that has a plus has a minus, and in the world, in this universe, everything is a rhythm. It goes from one to the other, sun to moon. That's how it works, right?
Okay.
And when you have too much push towards the left, there will be counter push towards the right at some point. That is just the way things are. That's just the way the universe works. So I'm not saying I agree with everything everybody says on this side of the aisle, but there had to be a pushback for all this nonsense going on in the left.
So if you see someone like Andrew Tate or some random person all over the headlines on TikTok, in the top of the algorithm on everyone's fucking phone all over the world, and one day, you know, on this Chinese app, on YouTube, like, do you think that that's organic, or that there might be, do you think that's possible to organically reach that point where all of a sudden one day Andrew Tate is on everyone's screen? Do you think that's possible organically, or do you think there might be some
it was possible it was possible before, but I think it's not possible right now. Now the algorithms ensure that the algorithms decide who is going to trend. After Andrew Tate, I think they all learned the lesson that if they want to retain the power, they must be very conscious of who's growing too fast and to silence them beforehand. And
so you don't think Andrew Tate is a plant?
Sorry?
You don't think Andrew Tate is a plant, so to say?
An industry plant, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that I think Andrew Tate is a very capable, competent man with a very clear set of beliefs, and he made those beliefs very clear. He's very charismatic and very charming to the audience, and he connected with the audience that is in these platforms, and he just became large as a result. I don't think that any industry would want to put Andrew Tate there. I don't see a reason to. I don't imagine any industry. I don't imagine any leader, any world leader would want Andrew Tate to be the face of TikTok for 2 months. But yet it happened. Like I try to understand, why would he become the face of hope for young men? And I don't see a reason why they would want this. All of a sudden, since Andrew Tate came in, you have a lot of young men that are now questioning the system, that are now questioning whether they should be marrying a whore, they're questioning whether they are strong enough physically and mentally. They're questioning whether every single move they're doing in their lives is going to improve the lives of themselves and those around them. They're questioning a lot of things they were not questioning before. So, and the elite are very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. Why would they proactively push someone that so much works against the system that they very carefully in the last many years forged?
Okay.
I don't have the absolute truth, brother. I'm not even. I told you, I'm not the biggest. I'm not. We're not brothers. I don't know what is in his heart, but I use logic to make this argument.
I know, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, man, because I'm a marketer as well, and I've done marketing for crypto as well, and just sometimes when you see these articles and all these biggest platforms, and I talk to these platforms, and I know the prices, or you need connections to be on this platform, that platform, and then I think like what is orchestrated, what is possible, and all of that. But we don't have to go too deep in it. We can move on to the next thing.
Well, let me tell you how it works. When you pay, I know a lot about this specific topic, but the way TikTok operates, when you imagine you have an account and you start making videos about bakery, you like to bake things, yeah? And those videos will be like this in terms of viewership, go up a bit, and then TikTok will put you again down to almost zero. And then he will keep you there for weeks at a time. And they do it on purpose to see whether you're a potential customer that pays them for ads. Okay? So that's and if you pay once for ads at this point, bitch, I got you, then it's over. Then you can never ever grow without paying. So if you ask me, do I think that all those affiliates that made so many videos about Tate, do I think those guys paid? No, I don't think so, because these guys are generally not wealthy people. They just edit content, and hopefully they can get 3, 4, 5 people into Tate's community and get some affiliate referral as a result. I don't think they will spend marketing dollars on this. So I don't think that Tate grew. He was the one that understood how to go viral on TikTok, yes, through affiliate. And after that, they changed the rules. I tell you that, I guarantee you that. After that, they made sure that only those that they want become big, because they saw the problem that Andrew Tate became. This is my belief. And I'm close enough to the situation to be relatively optimistic about my opinion here.
I feel you, man. Yeah, because there's a lot of shit on the internet about his dad being CIA and stuff, and then I just wanted to hear from someone close to him, Gotta know what the fuck's going on.
Look, his dad was CIA, but I don't want to speak about his dad. I never met him. I'm not close enough to him to even speak about these things, and even if I was, I wouldn't want to either.
Of course.
This is just I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have the answer to everything, I don't know.
So,
but I know him as a person, and he's very consistent with what you see online. He's a good man. That doesn't mean that maybe he did something wrong in the past. I don't know, bro. I wasn't there. Okay. I have no fucking idea. I just tell you the person Andrew Tate is from my experience with him, and the person Tristan Tate is from my experience with him. They're good people. Yeah. This is my experience with them. That's it. That's all I can say.
Yeah. What do you think of the red pill community these days? Like, there's a lot of division. Like, all these influencers are talking about men versus women, stuff like that. What is your opinion? Like, you said like they're like the scum of the earth before, like, and you said also you don't consume content, right? You make content.
I don't consume a lot of content, to be honest, and I don't know what the fucking point of these people are nowadays. But I do feel I do see some of it, of course, because I'm exposed. I have internet connection and I have social media, so I'm exposed to it to some degree. And I think, like I told you before, there's a pendulum of truth, or a pendulum of agendas, and it's normal. Are Democrats the good guys, or are Republicans the good guys? Well, how about nobody is the good guys, and this is a part of the system to ensure you remain a slave? Are blue pill the good guys, or are red pill the good guys? Or they are both part of a system that defends the system by merely having discussions with one another about race, gender, and all those matters. Like, think about this. When those in power keep you distracted by you having conflicts daily with people about trivial stuff, then they keep you in control, because they keep you angry, which is a very low form of vibration, low form of living, And that's when you get more sick. That means you need more medicines. That means you keep eating this shit that they give you. You get even more sick. And you keep going to school because your dreams and aspirations are all gone. Because why would you have dreams and aspirations when you're just fucking surviving for a bus ticket and not to have a cold that might kill you? Everything just adds up onto each other. Then you wake up, you're angry, you see racism here, racism there, you see this problem with the gender blah. Is the earth a sphere? Is there a flat blah? Then you have this JQ stuff, you have all these other guys, the Christian guys, Jesus, Baba. You have all people complaining, discussing, having discussions about everything. And in the meantime, you have people that actually run the world, people that actually do try to improve the human race a little bit every day. I dealt with them. I have made money to Jewish people. I have made money to Arabs. I have made money to Christians. I have made money to agnostics. I've made money to everybody. Okay? I'm just playing the game. What am I going to do? What do I win from having a life full of cynicism, questioning why? Why am I not lucky enough for this? Oh, it's because these guys are fucking me in the ass. Why am I not getting this? Oh, it's because these guys are getting it. No, instead I say, okay, these guys are getting this. Now, how can I get the same thing as these guys?
Okay.
You understand? There's no point. There's literally no point in living a life of misery through complaining about things. You can question, especially internally, you can question things. Okay, why am I watching this on TV? Why is this interesting? Why are people in an island semi-naked trying to have sex with each other? Why is that interesting to me? Why is this good for me? Should I keep watching? Yes, no, why? Ask, have this internal conversation with yourself. Internalize, digest. What happens if I spend all my life, all my awake years being angry about racism in America? What do I win from that? What am I going to win from that? Isn't it better to make sure my circle, my small circle, is well taken care of and understands a good way of living? My outer circle understands, how to, the basics of life. My outer circle, all of them continue to benefit from my well-doing, continue to benefit from my conquest, from my knowledge about life. And then eventually, that group of friends becomes a family, that family becomes a clan, that clan becomes a village, that becomes a civilization itself eventually, And then that's the impact you can have. Not by complaining. Complaining doesn't move the fucking needle. You want to really save the world? You want to make people that have no food have food? Then make enough money and make enough connections and know enough people that run the world to ensure you can deviate that direction the way you want it.
Whoa. Respect. Damn. Shit, man. Is that part of your plan? Part of your 3-year plan to? Or is that on the agenda? Is that a point, like with Ferraris and all this fucking money in the houses? Like, I know it gets boring. Like,
I mean, I first of all, I drive supercars since I make money, and I go to racetracks with mechanics, and I'm a pretty good driver actually, and I love that. I used to drive also go-karts. I love cars in general, right? So I do have a love for what?
What's your favorite car?
488. Ferrari GT3.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. Fuck. Nice.
Yeah. What's GT3 model is like $600,000, but you cannot buy it really. Favorite watch? Actually, this one.
Is that a Rollie?
Yeah, of course.
That's a Rollie.
Green dial, rose gold.
Green dial.
Yeah. I love rose gold.
I've never seen that.
I like also Cartier stuff.
Yeah. You like gold, huh? Like a chic. That's what's up.
I like it, bro. I like it.
Nice, man.
But yeah, these things. Okay, I'll be absolutely honest. Cars, I love them. This thing, I love it only because of, or mostly because I like style. I like the colors. Like rosé gold with what I'm wearing is just nice. Then I have other things for other occasions. However, the truth of the matter is that if this would give me no status, if this wouldn't help me business-wise, I probably wouldn't spend the money I spend on these things at all. I know it helps me. The better you look, the better business you can do. The better you're dressed, the better business. Not better, like you don't have to be like jacket every time or whatever, but just you need to have your style that is in synchronicity with who you are as a person. You need to be consistent. The way you dress needs to be consistent with the way you speak and the way you do business. And all of these things I like to pay attention to because it makes up the package of how people perceive you from the outside, which is very important.
Right. So I feel like also with crypto, like you came out of nowhere and you just pumped this coin and it went up to what, like $1 billion market cap or something, and now everyone in crypto knows about you. I'm in these private groups, and you left this private group I was in, DeFi Immortals, but I feel like that's also like, it's like you want more influence, right? You're talking about helping poor people, and power comes from influence. And is that like what's your goal? Like, what drives you? What's the end goal for you, brother? Because you already made it. You can retire if you want. Yeah, obviously.
Sure, I could have retired long ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
why don't you? Yeah,
I don't do that because being a man is not enjoying life. That's more like being a woman. It's the feminine side.
right.
A woman is always more in her natural self when she doesn't go through hardship, when she just enjoys the beauty of life and has no PTSD of any kind, has no bullshit that has happened in her life, has no boss screaming at her, has nobody touching her ass when she doesn't, a woman that has never been touched against her consent, a woman that has only experienced the beauty of life. That is a woman that will forever remain feminine. Yeah. A woman with self-respect to ensure all of the above. For a man, it's different. Every man dreams with being the slave that turns into the gladiator champion that turns into the Caesar emperor. You understand? You want to go through the hardship of misery as a man and build yourself up infinitely.
Yeah.
One day I will die in like 400 years. When that day comes,
1,000 years.
Years. Maybe 1,000 years. Maybe I change my mind. When that day comes, I will feel like I am still growing. Oh, if I had one more year, I could maybe make it better. That's the beauty of being a man. Really? It's a never-ending growth path. I never see myself enjoying my caipirinha without a North Star, more shit to fuck up, more conquest to make. Because that's being a man.
Yeah.
How many men retire and then die the year after?
Probably a lot, dude. Like, yeah. I was having this conversation yesterday, actually. Like, in Japan, it's like the highest life expectancy because they don't have pension. So they keep working until they're 80. And so they keep living.
That's completely right. That's completely right, because work, even if, or especially for a man, when work is hard, that means you have a deep sense of satisfaction when the work is accomplished. And when you no longer work, you no longer attribute value add to humanity from yourself. You just exist as a parasite. You cannot give birth. That's for women. So they do bear life. That's why they are able to live so happily. Even if they would do nothing, they would be happy. They would just enjoy their hobbies or whatever. For a man, if he just enjoys his hobbies and doesn't generate value for the world and for humanity, he will feel worthless. And when a man feels worthless, that is a man that is a danger or in danger to society. Understand? Either a danger to society or in danger to his own health. And when someone has worked for 45 years and then he retires, then automatically he becomes more prone to sickness. He becomes more prone to eventual death and closer death. Why? Because he has no North Star. He doesn't have conquests to make, or he believes he has no conquests to make. You can give a man family, but if you take away his ability to be useful for humanity, useful for society, useful for men, you're taking away his soul.
Damn. Have you ever been in that situation where you felt like that?
Maybe in micro times, like but
Whatever.
then you realize quickly, okay, I'm becoming a piece of shit. I have to do
Yeah.
something. Let's go. Like you the less you do, the more you do, the more you do. And so I
Right.
always recommend, when you do nothing and you're feeling like a piece of shit slowly, at first it might feel good to watch Netflix. But then after the 7th day, you're starting to feel like an absolute piece of shit. And you don't know why. Well, it's because as a man, you have to add value. As a man, you have to be useful.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
It's deeply rooted within your being, within your DNA, within thousands of probably thousands, maybe million, we don't know really, generations of ancestors. That is in your veins still.
You want to conquer? Carlos the
Yeah,
Conqueror.
conquer, bro. That's right, bro. That's right.
Yeah, Carlos the Conqueror. That's your new nickname.
I'm
So
sure
when
in a previous life, I'm pretty sure in a previous life, I was like emperor or some shit.
I
This is
think so
like
too, man.
in my head, bro. In my head, I'm pretty sure that was the case.
Carlos, I can feel that energy from you, bro. And I believe that kind of shit is true, like past lives and shit. You got generals and you got fuck.
I do believe too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I can feel it from your energy. I never met someone like you, bro. Yeah.
Really?
So yeah, man. Yeah. It's like a fucking emperor, like a Japanese emperor. Very decisive, but also someone talk shit off with the head.
That's right. You have to be cut through, bro. You have to be completely cut through.
Yeah. Is that
you have to, bro?
Yeah.
You have to. Like there are things like sometimes you might be heartbroken. You still have to leave her. Sometimes you might be tired. You still have to hit the gym. Sometimes you might have no inspiration to do your work. You still have to do your work. Sometimes you don't want to meet someone for a dinner for a 3% chance of closing a deal. You still have to go.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just the that should be the nature of every man.
Yeah, man. So you moved to Dubai, right? How long did you move to Dubai just to make sure that your top 5 people that you're surrounded with are billionaires, to get away from these people that are fucking broke and probably asking you to borrow money and stuff like that?
No, actually, when I lived in anywhere, I lived everywhere. I lived in LA, New York. I lived in Berlin. I lived in south of France. My close people, the people close to me, were always, not always. I mean, not when I was like 18 years old, but certainly when I was a businessman, were successful. So no, I could live anywhere, and I would still have a circle of very successful people. Also, we all travel. I mean, with airplanes, with jets. Life is like time is not the constraint that it is for 99.9% of the population, right? Like time is not a constraint for me to the extent that it is for someone else. I can just decide to take the jet today. Right now, I can decide that I will take a jet in 2 hours and just go to the airport and just go anywhere in the world I want. And that's just a superpower, actually. So I think, Dubai, the beauty of Dubai is the following. You will go to Starbucks and you might meet a potential business partner. This is unheard of. Anywhere you go in the world. Maybe New York. Maybe, but mostly not. Also Dubai, with the weather and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Imagine you live in New York. You want to be a banker. I'm sure you can meet people in Starbucks that can maybe upgrade your career growth. Yeah. Mostly not, but you could, yeah? But you're in the middle of fucking New York. It smells like piss everywhere. Homeless people everywhere. You hear shots from your 5-star hotel. You see police coming, ambulances. In summer, it's hot as shit. In winter, it's cold as shit. In summer, everything smells putrid. In winter, there is this snow that has shit in it from the asphalt and all the black shit from the road that nobody cleans. It's just shit.
Disgusting.
Okay? Like, it's shit. And you're paying, I remember I was paying for my penthouse apartment $45,000 a month rent. Okay?
Jesus.
So you pay premium dollar for a place that shouldn't cost that much money, just because of the way real estate operates in New York, and Manhattan in general is just putrid in terms of real estate and how they all leverage this real estate and, you know, loan against them and you name it, you know. So ultimately, lifestyle here is a big factor why Dubai is great. Good business, good lifestyle, beautiful people. I can drive my supercars and everybody's happy about me having those supercars. It's not even special for people. If you have, like, I have a Rolls Royce Cullinan and a Rolls Royce Phantom, and I got them both black on black, and then we come together anywhere, and it's like a nice concept, you know. But when we come anywhere, then we come, and then you see there a Lamborghini Veneno, 1 out of 9 in the world, and then you're like, well, there you go. I'm not even the most hyped human in this restaurant tonight, actually, you know. So that just goes to show, it just gives you, it's just beautiful when you're surrounded by beauty, and it inspires you to also be better, right? And then ultimately, there is no place on earth with this amount of beautiful woman per square meter. Period.
Yeah. Okay.
Period. I've been everywhere. I've been in, you know, I used to go to Paris Fashion Week as well every year. It's just there's no color.
You be shitting on the influence. Like, I'm just kidding, but they talk about the Dubai sheiks and stuff. You know, they fly over influencers. There's a lot of influencers in Dubai. I mean, I'm a Dubai citizen as well, and for me, like, when I go to bars and stuff, a lot of like escorts and a lot of plastic surgery going on there. In a low season, it's a bit hard.
Of course, there's escorts, because there's a lot of crypto dorks and wealthy but worms men, wealthy insects that will pay for sex. But bro, I mean, I never in my life paid for sex once, and I'm well surrounded. Never in my life once, and I'm well surrounded. So there you go. And
okay.
Never. It's what for, bro? I never had to. Never felt the need. What?
You never flew over Angelina Jolie, influencer?
Okay, woman flew in, but I never paid for a flight for anybody. Never paid for accommodation for anybody. If whoever wants to come see me, if she wants to come see me, then she's welcome. Yeah, but I'm not a bank, you know. Also, by the time I'm multi-billionaire, you know, I'm not the kind of guy that will be buying bags to any woman. No. My woman, sure. My woman gets the bags. My woman gets anything. Lamborghinis for everything. My woman. But random woman don't get shit. Because why would I devalue myself this way? My woman, sure. If you walk by my side, you have to be a pretty lady, classy, beautiful, elegant. Then I'll make sure that, of course, my queen looks like a queen. But if you're not my queen, I am buying shit. Of course, I'm paying for every dinner. Of course, I'm paying for everything. I'm a man. I'm supposed to pay for everything. I do pay for everything, but not shopping around like a big big gold daddy. Yeah, I have my Hermes bags. I like Hermes bags. That's for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what's up, bro. So what's next for Carlos? Where do you see yourself in 3 years from today? In an ideal situation. In 3 years.
Stronger, wealthier, better at business, better networked, even a stronger mind, even just a straight up better man. And if you ask me then, how do you see yourself again in a few years from now? I'll say the same thing. You know, I'm in a constant quest for growth and improvement, and it never ends.
That's what's up.
It just never ends, bro. It just never ends. And if you think it ever ends, you're wrong. And if you want it to ever end, you better change your mind, because it won't. It never ends. Even in my position, I have targets, I have goals I have not accomplished.
Mm.
And that's how it should be.
And certain
Because life is
certain
not
amount of
worth
stress.
living otherwise.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. You close to $1 billion yet? Are you on $1 billion already?
I always had, well, short answer is yes, but I always had a goal of within, like, the goal I made was for 5 years from now I will be a billionaire, and I think I will accomplish it earlier, maybe even 3 years from now.
That's how it goes. That's how it
But
goes. What do you?
yeah,
What do you? Okay.
ultimately it's not about the billion. It's like a statement, you know. It's what it means to create a billion doing things that better humanity in some capacity.
Okay. No Bill Gates.
No comment.
What would you say was your biggest trauma to motivate you to become the Carlos that you are today? What's your
Yeah, bro.
biggest
I think I never had really traumas, man. I think of traumas, but it's not really. I don't have traumas, bro. I don't have
No.
traumas. I have things that happened to me that allowed me to understand what the best course of action is to become a better man. And for example, right, this leg thing I told you, right? I broke my leg.
Yeah.
It's the worst injury you can have. Okay,
What happened?
maybe if you fucking break your spine like this, maybe it's worse. Okay, but this is the worst force
Oh.
injury you can have. Okay, it's typically like a
Yeah.
year recovery. And look, I didn't have a single bad day in these 3 months. Not one bad day. Every day I was smiling. Every day I was optimistic. Every day I was energetic. Every day I was working. Every day I was creating value for myself and the world and those around me. Every day people called me because they need me for shit. Because I am responsible for hundreds of people, and in my close circle, I'm responsible for dozens of people that need my money, need my help, need my assistance with blah 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 blah. Parents, casting, whatever, everybody, friends, everybody. Understand? And so I was on top of my shit during these days. I would be on top of my shit. If my leg was healed, I will be on top of my shit. If my leg is not healed, it doesn't matter, you know? So there is no trauma. There's just things that happen to you, and there's two ways to react to those things. Either you react negatively with a minus, you react positively with a plus. Is breaking your leg gonna make you a hermit that doesn't talk to people, doesn't work, just watches Netflix, is just a lazy piece of shit? Or is it gonna turn you into someone that can finally read all the books that you couldn't read before because you're always out of home? Someone that is internalizing what happens in life and can digest everything that's happened lately and can become a better man as a result. You have always two options. So
Yeah.
no traumas, bro. No traumas. Looking back, I wouldn't change anything.
Because you talked about PTSD and you said men get PTSD and shit. You never experienced PTSD or something like that?
No, I never did.
Okay.
But what I was saying before, just to be accurate, is that you don't want a woman that goes through that has PTSD on something that happened to her, But men
Yeah.
do have to go through shit,
Yeah.
And so some men that go through war and kill people and see friends die in front of them, then if that's too much for their psyche and they're not strong enough mentally, that will affect them and that will turn into PTSD, So, but no, that thankfully for me, that never was the case, and I could deal with all the things that happened in my life. I didn't have necessarily the easiest life, nor the hardest as well. I don't claim either, right? But I have had a life and have a life with good things happen, bad things happen. People around me die. People around me have problems, and I just always choose the good outcome. I just always choose to grow out of it, and I always choose to be of help out of it.
So what? So you're like you're a very intuitive guy, right? You're a people person. I can tell you.
Yeah, sure.
You can
I'm very.
you can read people yeah, you can read energies and stuff like that. You're a spiritual guy. Do you have like any morning routine? Like, do you meditate, or what's like an average morning for Carlos guy?
Yeah, so I am as spiritual as I am like a soldier. Like I'm as high as I am low, like I have a good balance. I enjoy the pleasures of life and go through misery, physical misery on this earth, and at the same time I am close enough to my spirit to know that what's my calling in life, So I combine those two, and that's, I think, it's a good combination. I think if you are too low in the vibrational scale, I think if you're too physical, if you're too soldier-like, you end up fucking every living being, like actually having sex with every living being. You end up complaining about things. You end up just like a fucking animal. You react to things that happen to you. But a good balance allows you to be both creative and a doer at equal levels. When you're too low in the scale, you are not creative. When you're too low in the scale, you just react to shit that happens to you. And I think balance is important, and balance in life is important. You don't want to be a yogi either, a fucking yogi that just meditates all day and just is disconnected from reality, because this is the reality we have. This reality is real to us, at least. Yeah. So you have to do the work of a human. Otherwise, why the fuck are you here? Just to live in the upper echelons of fucking, of the ether? No, you are here to experience this body. You're here to make your body stronger, to be better, and that's the beauty, is the balance.
You sound like a fucking army, like a emperor, for sure. Yeah. You were someone great in your last life, bro. Like, I feel like the last shit you were saying, like, you weren't even answering my question, but you're just like talking, like, I don't know, channeling.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because morning routine and all that shit, bro. I can tell you 1,000 things. 1,000 things I do. First of all, I don't know if you can call when I wake up morning, because I wake up at 11 o'clock more or less. Like, I wake up whenever I want to. Yeah, it's because I go to bed late. I have dinners, and I have it's my lifestyle, and it works for me. You don't have to wake up at 6:15 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, hit the gym first, then go to cold shower, then you read book, and then you meditate, and every day you drink tea with ginger and black and honey, and bro, you can hear 1,000 things that work for 1,000 people. You have to do what works for you. However, I would say there is some truth in you finding your rhythm on what works for you. Yeah, whether that rhythm is first thing in the morning, go out and run. Whether the rhythm is first thing in the morning, go to the gym. Whether the rhythm is first thing in the morning, you go meditate and read a book. Whatever works for you, you need some kind of rhythm that allows you to go from that sleepy state into an awake being, awake man, full of energy to fuck shit up and conquer the world. Whatever works for you, you do it. But I will not tell you, oh yeah, cold shower and blah, and you can avoid carbohydrates, and just do your thing. You see people. Yeah, don't fap though. No porn, no fap. Sure, sure. But those are basics. There's like only an insect, only a little insect. Seriously, bro. Seriously, what kind of? No, insect.
Yeah.
But yeah, like different things work for different people. I know people that are raw carnivores that are incredibly healthy, and I know people that are raw vegan that are incredibly healthy. I know people that eat 3 times a week only, and only eat fruits. These people are big, bro. I'm talking perfect gym. I'm talking about body fat percentage, 7%, look amazing, and they have a lot of muscles and stuff. What?
How the fuck did that? Yeah, I met someone. He only eats fruits, and he's buff, bro. Like, and he has like so much energy, man.
There is biological reasons for this. When you don't eat for 2-3 days, your growth hormone activates, and when your growth hormone activates, even if you're not eating meat and stuff like this, your body is getting that growth hormone boost that actually grows your muscles. And additionally, when you have an alkaline diet, there's alkaline and there's acidic, right? Most of the food everybody eats, 99% of people have acidic diets for the most part. Acidic is meat, acidic is bread, acidic is actually most of the things you eat are acidic. Most of the things you don't eat are alkaline. That's pretty much where it ends, right? And most of the fruits, or a lot of the fruits, are alkaline fruits. And most of the water you drink is also acidic, whereas you should be drinking the alkaline water. However, if you have a fully alkaline diet that is mostly constrained of fruits and not a lot of vegetables necessarily, I think vegetables are completely fucking useless for the most part. I think you can get a lot of this through, I don't know, shilajit, sea moss, Ormus, things like this. I don't know if people don't know what I'm talking about, then you have to do your research. But I've made a lot of research on this, and those three things specifically will give you more than enough. Yeah, those three things I take, and it gives you more than enough minerals to withstand anything your body needs. So actually, if I wanted to, I love meat, but if I wanted to, I could choose not to eat meat. I could choose to eat 3 times a week only, push my growth hormone through the sky in those times I am fasting for, and I would still have everything I need, while my body fat would be greatly reduced and my body would still remain strong. So there are different things that work for different people, brother. And I'm not a doctor, but I tell you, if you wanna have mastery of body, physical mastery, you have to do research on what will work for you. And trust me, what will work for you you will not find it out by listening to your generalist doctor. You will just not. You will just not. This person will tell you what the extreme bad looks like. Just go, for example, do a testosterone test. And see what they say, right? If your testosterone is actually low in my standards, the doctor will tell you that testosterone levels that are in my standards very low many times will be acceptable for the doctor, and they will say, "Oh, everything is good, everything is within range." When in reality, your testosterone is incredibly low, very likely. And what happens when your testosterone is high? When your testosterone is high, bro, I get sick. Okay, I get sick. It lasts 2 hours, bro. I'm not kidding. I go to sleep. I get sick. I feel I'm getting sick. I feel like the headache starts. Blah. You know what I do? I don't even take medicines. I go to bed, sleep. I wake up. I'm a flower. Every single time. Every single time. I got the new strain of COVID 5 days ago. I didn't even notice anything.
They made a new one.
Goddamn. Yeah, they made a new one, and they made a new one in the lab. And no problem. Previous COVIDs, no problem.
Gotta get some boosters, bro. Come on.
No comment. No opinion.
Comment. No JQs.
No opinion.
HGH. So you do the HGH shit like that?
No, I never did steroids or HGH or anything like this. Never did any peptides or anything like that. I was told I should be doing peptides for my Achilles heel, but I decided not to. I just did stem cells. I injected stem cells, and I let it heal. Yeah.
That shit helps.
I hope so. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what to compare it to. You know.
Bang.
But
I just know
it felt good.
Yeah, man.
It felt good. I think you have to. Everybody has to do their own research on what works for the body, for their body.
Yeah, I need to check out my testosterone level, man. Like if what
very important.
Yeah.
Let me tell you exactly what you need to check. Okay, look, you have to. I'm really crazy with these things. You have to do a methylation test. You have to do a hormones test. You have to do a blood sugar test, and you have to find out your nutrient deficiency. That's all you need. And once with the combination of all of that, you will more or less know where you are in need of. Also, something, this goes very deep, but you're in your mother's womb for 9 months. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
A year has 12 months. That means there's 3 months you're not in the womb for. That means those 3 months. Again, this goes deeper, but
let's go.
Depending on when you're born, is heavily dependent on the time of the year, and there is a reason for that. Throughout generations and from the dawn of civilization, the man has been able to find common denominators depending which part of the year you are born.
I wanted to ask you when you were born, bro, but I don't want to sound like a bitch.
And so there is 3 months that out of the year that you're not in the womb of your mother. Those 3 months, very likely you will have nutrient deficiencies related to those 3 months you were not in the womb. So for all your life, you have to take different vitamins, or you have to eat different kind of foods to complement those deficiencies. So it really depends on when you're born as well, and that's
What do
why
you?
these tests tell a lot.
Okay, so 3 months, you don't get enough nutrients. You're saying after
Well,
you're born?
there's 12 months in a year. You're in the womb for 9 months. That means you
Yeah.
get the nutrients of those 9 months of the year, dependent on the position of the sun relative to the planets and all that stuff. That
Yeah.
is a factual, and it can be measured. Actually, you can actually measure this, and very likely the 3 months you were not in the womb for of the year are the exact 3 months that certain nutrients you will be lacking, and those tests will tell you exactly that.
Yeah, man. Scorpio, right? Scorpio. You Scorpio.
No, I'm Gemini actually.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know exactly. Like I don't believe in the way in the westernized way of astrology.
When's your birthday, bro?
15th of June.
Oh, okay. You believe in a Chinese one or what?
I think Chinese horoscope. Chinese, sorry, not horoscope, but Chinese astrology is very accurate, actually.
Bro, this girl was telling me yesterday in a bar.
But
How
I
do
mean,
people?
I'm not here to convince anyone. Most people don't believe this. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. I don't care. I don't care.
Bro,
I don't care.
people are gonna love this side of you, man. Like I was talking to my editor. This is the type of shit people want to hear. Like nobody wants to hear about fucking People ask you about fucking esports 100 times, but the spiritual side of you and what you think about this type of, like real
Yeah, but
shit. Like
honestly,
that's more
you know
interesting.
what? You know what I believe, bro? I believe that it doesn't matter what I believe in. The only thing that matters is what works for you, right? Like my right side of the brain is very developed and very creative. I am more creative than I am structured. But some people are more structured than they are creative. And what works for them, maybe you put them reading books and their fucking brain explodes. They don't want to do it, right? I enjoy reading books. I enjoy really taking my time to read books and learn just because this is the way I am. I enjoy learning about why people born in certain days have a lot of common denominators. And I do my research in that regard. And that leads me to the understanding of old traditional astronomy. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I am 100% sure are true. But me knowing those things creates value for me because of the person I am. But somebody else, maybe you knowing these things, don't create no value for you because maybe you're a different person, right? Maybe you just want to fucking eat meat raw like this. By the way, I love raw meat. Okay, I want my steak blue or rare. Okay, I'm that kind of guy. But maybe you just don't want this kind of information in your head. Maybe it's just fucking noise for you. You have to find out what works for you and double down on it. This is ultimately my message.
Yeah. It's your message. What do you say?
My message ultimately is to find out who you are and double down on that person. Do not try to become Andrew Tate. Do not try to become me. Do not try to become The Rock. Do not try to become Ronaldo. We are who we are because we double down on our strengths. I'm not trying to mimic anybody. I am Carlos Rodriguez Santiago. If there is anybody mimicking anybody, it's people mimicking me. I will not be mimicking anybody else. I am me. You understand? So my message to people is figure out who you are, figure out what works for you, and double down on your strengths. That's it.
You don't have a son? You have a daughter or what? Yeah.
I do have children, but I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I do have children.
We're not gonna go over it, man.
No, I like to keep these things private to myself, but I do have children, yeah. And it's a joy. It's an absolute joy. And I think that every human on earth needs to experience this. Life is not complete until you have a family to care for. Life is not complete until you have sons to educate and people to mentor beyond your sons. I love spending time with 17, 18-year-old guys that are very energetic and want to one day work for me. And if I see enough attributes that are desirable to me to have this guy by my side in business for a long time in life, I will deploy my time in teaching them and I will enjoy it. Actually, I have deep satisfaction in that.
I love that, man. I love that. You're a wise motherfucker, man. You're only 2 years older than me, man. You're an impressive guy, dude.
Man, you know what? The best thing that could have happened to you is to know this information when you were 1 year old. The second best thing that could have happened to you is to know this information right now. So there you go. You cannot change the past. So I would say the best you can do, bro, figure out what works for you. Figure out who you are. Spend time with yourself in quietness, in silence. Spend time with yourself without rap music behind, without outside input. Just listen to yourself,
Meditation.
Listen to yourself and figure out who you are, bro, because every person is different for a reason. That is, why do you think every person is different? Because every single millisecond, the universe changes. Every single millisecond, okay? Like there's the law of eternal change in the universe. Everything changes every single millisecond. That's why the butterfly effect exists. When a butterfly, if you go back in time, I don't know, however many years, and then you put a butterfly in the middle of a forest, and then the butterfly just does like this with the wings, and then you take out the butterfly. That single wing, how do you call it, shake, that single moment where the butterfly was there for half a second and bat her wings might actually change the whole course of humanity and the whole course of the universe. One little thing, because it snowballs into the next thing, maybe now a new plant, the plant doesn't do like this, and that means that the bee comes here, and then that's how it works, That's exactly how it works. Even the smallest change changes the future greatly. So when you compare, actually, combining it with the topic before, when you idolize Elon Musk, you are ignoring that Elon Musk is there as a result of a lot of butterfly batting the wings moments in life that lead to the next thing, that lead to the next thing, that lead to the next thing. Ultimately, there's two choices. Things will happen to you. Maybe you lose your parents. Maybe you have a girlfriend. Maybe she cheats on you. Maybe you fail your business. Maybe you get rich. Maybe you buy this. Maybe you buy that. Maybe you lose this. The only thing that matters is one of two. Is your choice. Whether that is going to help you or hurt you becoming a better person. Ultimately, that's where it all boils down to. So then it's a mathematical game. If you move quick in life, if you do a lot of things, travel a lot, meet a lot of people, shake a lot of hands, do a lot of business, bam, bam, move, you break your leg, but then you heal it, and then a lot of fucking things all the time. Then you have so many things that happen to you in life. You move so quick, you are digesting all that information, and you are hopefully choosing the path of positive. Oh, well, this one, choosing the path of positive, the path of growth, the path of learning lessons from those things that happen to you and that you go through. That's why living quick, living fast, doing a lot of things is very important, because it's the only way to learn. It's the only way to get yourself to the level of Elon Musk. I guarantee you, even if people will hate or love Elon Musk, it doesn't matter, because for the last many decades, motherfucker was just working his ass off and living life very quick and having a lot of things, and then PayPal, and then this, and then that, and then Tesla, and then boom, takes risks, lives life to the extreme. And doing that fast enough and taking the path, which is the path of most resistance, by the way, is the path of growth, is the path of learning, the path of becoming a better man, eventually made him become Elon Musk,
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know RSD?
No, what is
RSD? That? Oh, okay. No, just like some self-help stuff. But yeah, man.
What is it? RSD.
Just
I don't know.
No, RSD is like this motivational pickup stuff that was popular before, and they talk about choosing the path of least resistance is a path of growth, and I thought you got it from there. But I think
no, but actually, the path of least resistance is often the path of tranquility and lack of growth. Actually, sometimes.
Oh, I mean, most resistance. Sorry, most resistance. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I agree. Yeah, then I agree. Sometimes just going towards, like, okay, imagine you just swim against the current. You will become buffed on a long enough time. If you swim with the current, and then you compare the person that swims with the current against the person that swims against the current on a similar time frame, very likely the person that swims against the current will have a bigger chest, bigger back, bigger lats.
Yo, bro.
I just made up that analogy, by the way.
I like that.
It's a good analogy, yeah.
Are you supposed to get the So COVID's a thing again? Is it?
COVID? It's there's a new shit. There's a new COVID.
Are they trying to give us people? Are they trying to give you vaccine? Are they trying to give vaccines again? Is that a thing? I don't know.
No, I haven't been told. But I mean, yeah. If that moment ever comes again, I am falsifying my vaccine again. No problem.
You don't have to say that. We'll edit that out.
I don't care. I'm not. Okay. I guess you have to because of YouTube. Yeah, but
I don't want you to. Yeah, I know you're an important guy, but Dubai, man.
This in particular, I don't care.
I already falsified my shit, bro. Like, I think like anyone with fucking that has half a brain like should have falsified this shit. If you want to travel,
but you know what? Yeah, but you see, not everybody wants to take the risk when the livelihood is on the line. When you're a slave. When you're a slave of the system and you really need that piece of bread for your family, you really need that job, you will take the shot. Like I don't judge people that took the shot. I know the red pill community is very much against anybody that took the shot, but I am not. You know why? Because I cannot judge people by my principles. I have to judge people by their principles. And I have to judge people by their life experience, not by mine. You know, I am lucky enough. I am fortunate enough, and I have built myself enough to be able to know that I can say "fuck you" to whoever tells me I need to do something to my body I don't want to do. But not everybody's in this position, you know. Some people just need the bread. Some people just need this specific job, and some people just don't want to take the risk. And the survival instinct oversees everything else.
Yeah, man. But not everyone's a fucking emperor.
Then you gotta become. If you're not an emperor, if you're a soldier, then be the best soldier you can be. If you're not a soldier but you're a singer, then be the best singer you can be. If you're not a singer but you're a poet, just be the best poet you can be. If you what's the word I'm looking for? If you want to be a philosopher, if you are a philosopher at heart, then be the best philosopher you can be. You know.
Let's get it. I feel like you're a bit of philosopher, man. I want to hear some of your music, bro. You gotta give us a preview. Little freestyle.
Yeah, I definitely can sing very well. I don't know why, bro. It's just God gave it to me.
Yeah, man. You gonna drop some songs or what? Can we hear some?
I during COVID I made one song. It has like 3.3 million views on YouTube.
Really, bro? I need to.
Yes. Yeah, like it's a genre that I never sung, and it's okay. I mean, it's just good for gamers. It's called epic metal, okay? And the song is called Our Way. Our Way, G2 Esports, and it's me the singer. I made the song. I also produced the song as well, the melody, everything. I hired the LA Philharmonica, 20 violinists, 2 celloists, the celloist of Hans Zimmer, which is one of the best cellists in the world, best guitarist in the world, or one of the best. Yeah, the best drummer in the world. Actually, bro, this is sick. Actually, the drummer is touring with Metallica right now. In fact, so I got the LA choir, the LA Philharmonica choir as well. 5 ladies doing the choir. Fucking sick, bro. Sick, really sick. Damn. I had a lot of fun.
Man,
during COVID, I was so. Yeah, I'm the singer in it. I'm the producer in it, and I also built all the melody and everything. Yeah. I did it for fun. And by the way, I was like, fuck it. In the middle of it, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to spend $500,000 in a song. And I didn't expect to make money off of it. I mean, I expected just to lose $500,000. But then we sold it. We sold the song to a sponsor who sponsored the music video, and we made $750,000. So I made $250,000 profit on the song, which is unheard of for music.
Damn, you spent $500,000 on a fucking song? That's like
I made $750,000.
Damn, that's crazy. Who was the sponsor? Which sponsor was it?
Adidas.
Bro, I saw you fucking. Wait, didn't you have a thing with Adidas? Like, I think I saw you like posing with Adidas. Don't you have like something going on with Adidas right now?
Yeah. I made a throwback on the story, but yeah, the G2,
Oh yeah.
the company that I built, yeah, we closed Adidas as sponsor and partner, and yeah, sure.
Okay.
It depends on the vibe, you know. I like
What do you like?
Gal, Namos. I like
Namos,
Pro.
yeah.
I like. I mean, there's so many places. Shanghai Me. I like Gaia. Fantastic food as well. Of course, I like Gibriani in Dubai Mall as well as TFC. A lot of coffee places I love, like Emporio Cafe, Home Bakery, Gibriani, La Dure. I mean, it's just there's so many good places. And then there's like the Arabic places that I really like as well, like Villa Medusa, Asmi, Hookahbaz, the different ones, the one in Jumeirah. I like nice places, bro. There's nice places as well in the Point for food. I like Uzbek food, so Zor is a nice place. I like karaoke places, bro. I don't know. I experienced the totality of Dubai and what it has to offer in full, and I love every single place that I just told you. I like Kima Beach in West Palm Beach as well, Sun Beach. I just like
Fucking hell,
places where there is beautiful people. Oh, I like Verde Beach. I like Somersault, very good as well. Sal is the pool.
Somersault.
Yeah, Somersault is nice. I like Sal in Burj Al Arab as well. It's just I like where there's beautiful people in there. I just like to see beautiful people, even if I'm just there with my brother. I just like to see beautiful people, beautiful cars, beautiful dresses, beautiful things. I like beautiful things. I like life like this.
Your brother's a gangster, man. What's your favorite restaurant, bro? Which one? Is it Namos?
I think favorite. I don't go that much, but favorite has to be Gal. I think because the staff is just so fantastic and just Gal is good, bro. And Gal is good, bro. Gal is very good. Nice food. Now they changed the menu. Very good.
Yeah, I'll hit you up when I'm in Dubai, man. You're probably too busy for me, but I'll hit you up. Get some drink.
Inshallah, we meet one of the. I don't drink, but I'll
Oh,
watch
you
you
don't
drink.
drink.
I'll get an orange juice.
Yeah. Now we'll get some food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my brother. Well,
I appreciate
this was very enjoyable,
so far.
and
Much love,
I
man.
I hope you get many clicks on this. I hope just clip shit, put it on TikTok, whatever. I'll help you promote it, and hopefully, I hope to see you down the road become one of the best podcasters in the world. And I hope you get very good people to interview.
Inshallah.
And hopefully this helps you 1%. Okay, that will make me happy.
Thank you. Love you, bro. Take care, man.
Bye bye.
Emperor, peace out.
Yeah. Let's go.